What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be looking at Arcade, just a quick little showcase, long fight, or medium fight, and then two short fights. Arcade is very okay. He is defensive from the get-go. You can tell by reading his kit. He is made to be a defender, and offensively, he's just alright. He's got some interesting utility with his arcade tokens, giving him increased ability, accuracy, locked debuff duration, stuff like that. But in the grand scheme of things, I really don't see Arcade being a useful attacker in meta-relevant situations. In niche environments and in specific cases where you need his immunities and maybe some of his pre-fights, he'll be great. But outside of that, I really don't see Arcade being that great of an attacker, but I do see him being a pretty annoying defender. He's got a lot of anti-cosmic defensive abilities, especially when he's awakened. You really want him awakened to be a good defender. He gains a steadfast buff before auto-blocking, which allows him to block unblockable attacks, and unless the attacker has an undermine effect, the steadfast will trigger. So yeah, I believe it's only undermine and heavy attacks that prevents the steadfast and the auto block. So if you really want to get around Arcade, just use heavy attacks because you cannot auto block heavy attacks. And if you have an undermine like Gore or Vox, you can also just completely bypass him. But outside of that, he will be a fairly annoying attacker, a fairly annoying defender, should I say, and stop a lot of cosmics from going fast against him because auto block will come into play, especially if you let him throw that special one to get that poisonous gas trap activated. It's not a great time, but he's not super hard to fight once you figure out which specials to bait, how to avoid getting trapped in your corner with the poisonous trap, and you can kind of take advantage of his signature ability and heal from the torments because they're willpower from debuffs. So that was a nearly 2-minute Winter Soldier fight. Again, really not great for an Ascended 6-star rank 5 Sig 200. No boosts, no synergies. I know I had North Star on the team there, but there was no benefit for having him on the team. This is a basic, more Battlegrounds or short fight focused rotation. I really don't know the ideal loop for Arcade. I tried doing some Special 1 only, some Special 2 only, Special 2 into Special 1. But what I've found is that you want to go for a Special 1 at around 1.9 bars of power, try and push the opponent into your corner or as close to the corner as possible, and make them go back and forth between the poisonous gas trap so you can trigger as many torments as possible. And then once you have them in the corner, that little trap icon allows you to stun the opponent when you charge a heavy attack. So after you throw a Special 1 into a Special 2, you can then charge your heavy attack, stun the opponent in the corner, re-trigger the trap or the poisonous gas trap, and then go right back into another Special 2. This is around a 50-second fight without class advantage. I think it's bordering a minute, so not the fastest, again, from a 6-star Ascended rank 5, but it is fine. You're not going to want to use Arcade offensively. It's not his bread and butter. Defense is where you're going to be putting Arcade. He is not going to be the newest tech demon on attack, kind of like Shocker was, and similar to what future Ant-Man can be in certain situations. But defensively, like I said, he will be very viable and probably gets you some wins on Battlegrounds defense, Alliance War defense, etc., etc. So that's really it. I just wanted to make a quick little showcase on Arcade, showing off his air quote ideal rotation. I don't know if this is the proper way to play him, at least to the fullest extent, but from my minimal testing, this is the most effective way I found to play him, just going for Special 1, Special 2, and then that's it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.